Why is anti-bias education underfunded for Black students? Let's tackle the question of why anti-bias education is often lacking for Black students. This topic is essential as it touches on fairness and equality in our education system. First, we need to look at funding. Schools that serve mostly Black students typically receive less money than those serving predominantly white students. This is largely because of how education funding works. Many schools relying on local property taxes, which means that areas with lower property values, often where Black families live, get less financial support. This leads to fewer resources for programs like anti-bias education and culturally responsive teaching. Next, we have the issue of resources. Schools with a high percentage of Black students often struggle with limited access to experienced teachers and advanced courses. This lack of quality instruction can mean that Black students miss out on learning about bias and equity in a meaningful way. When schools do not have the right materials or trained staff, it becomes harder to implement effective anti-bias education. Political factors also play a role. Anti-bias education can be a controversial topic. Some policymakers may resist funding these programs due to differing views on race and equity. This resistance can lead to cuts in funding or even the removal of programs that aim to address racial bias. When political support is lacking, it becomes challenging to secure the necessary resources for these educational initiatives. Economic challenges faced by Black families further complicate the situation. Many Black students relying on financial aid and often carry higher student loan debts. This economic strain can limit the ability of families to advocate for better funding or to supplement educational resources. To make a difference, we need to focus on increasing investment in schools that serve Black students. This means supporting anti-bias education programs and providing professional development for teachers. Strengthening historically Black colleges and universities and community colleges is also vital. These institutions play a key role in educating Black students and often face funding challenges themselves. In summary, the underfunding of anti-bias education for Black students stems from historical funding disparities, resource limitations, political resistance, and economic challenges. Addressing these issues requires a concerted effort to reform funding policies and engage communities in advocating for equitable educational opportunities.